every hotel I ever go in, I watch people and they come in for breakfast and they always do this. All they've got is their little key card, typically. And somebody explains it's a buffet and sit down. But people don't go, the common sense thing would go and get your cereal and then go and find a seat. But they don't. They go and get the seat first. They go down, they get their seat and they sit there and then they realise they've got nothing to put there because it's the place, you know. So they put the key card there, but that's no good because they've already got a key card and they're fiddling about trying to find something. I've seen people with the handkerchiefs on anything really. But they need to sit there for a little while, kind of, this is mine, this. And then sometimes you can see people, don't have my place. It's such a strong driver for us. You're all the same, aren't you? It drives us, it won't be place. So, where was I up to? Can you remember? The fish. They have to treat them as individuals. So here is the single most persuasive and influential thing you can ever say to anyone. You need to go home tomorrow night and say this to your significant other. You need to say it to all your colleagues at work. You have to say it with all sincerity and honesty, and you have to be absolutely genuine. This is the single most persuasive thing you can ever say to anyone. Go home tomorrow night and say this to your significant other. If you don't have a significant other, say it to who you live with. If you live alone, phone a friend, all right? You go home tomorrow night, say, and you have to get the circumstance right. You can't just run in and say, you know. Say, can I tell you what I like about you? The number of people who said to me after a session like this, Phil, if I went home to my wife and said, can I tell you what I like about you? She'll say, where have you been? Have you been listening to a motivational speaker? And I say, yeah, I know that. I understand that. The thing is, I know what she'll say next. And if I'm right, will you call me? I can't count the number of people who phone me up. Phil, do you remember me? I was a cynic yesterday who said, if I went home to my wife, I said, I'll tell you what I like about you. She'll say, oh God, have you been on a workshop or something? And we'll both laugh. Well, Phil, you were dead right. I went home last night and I said to my wife, can I tell you what I like about you? And she said, oh God, where have you been? It's that seminar, isn't it? And we both laughed. But just like you said, when the laughter died down, she then said, well, what is it? Because we all want to be loved and important and part of something. And the irony of the relationships that matter most to us are the ones that we take for granted.